straight people can get HIV. HIV doesn't discriminate, it's a virus, so anybody can get HIV. And in reality, globally, more than 50% of the people living with HIV are women. There is no cure for HIV. If somebody acquires HIV, they will need to start treatment, which will control the virus, so it's manageable. They'll live a long and healthy life, but they will need to take medication for the rest of their life. Once you're accessing treatment, there is no risk of transmission, so you can have a normal sex life. In those cases, you wouldn't need to use condoms because the virus is controlled and you're not infectious. The problem is that there's stigma. So if you disclose, or when you disclose that you're living with HIV to a sexual partner, there can be a lot of judgment, there can be some recoil, and that's why people need to upskill their knowledge in terms of HIV and what the risks are, and take control and actually just remove stigma from that equation. You cannot get HIV from sharing a glass of water or eating food that's been prepared by somebody living with HIV. HIV, the virus, is really vulnerable. It's a fragile virus. When it's outside of the body in the air, it basically gets destroyed. So there is no risk of transmission through those situations. If you get HIV, you could die if you don't get tested and know your status. It's important to test regularly to access care and treatment so that you can stay healthy and control the virus. Once you have the virus controlled, you can actually stay healthy and live a long and normal life. There is a pill that can stop you from getting HIV. It works like the contraceptive pill. It's called pre-exposure prophylaxis, or PrEP. And when you do come into contact, or if you do come into contact with HIV, the medicine will kill off the virus so that it can't replicate and it cannot take hold in your system. If you're living with HIV, you can still have children. So if the husband has HIV and the wife doesn't, there is no risk of transmission if the husband is on medication. There'll be no transmission to the mum or to the wife, and they can have a child which won't have HIV either. You cannot get HIV from hugging someone living with HIV. That's probably one of the best things you can do, is to show support and caring for them.